Ladies and gentlemen, the film that you are about to see is about Richard M. Nixon, our great and martyred president, who has paid a terrible price for his service to the nation. I'm sure that we all know that Mr. Nixon taped all of his most conversations in the White House. But what you do not know is that he also recorded on film all of the most important events in the White House. And I, General Alexander Haig, convinced Mr. Nixon to release these heretofore unmentioned secret films and to arrange screenings for audiences across the nation, like this one here in this theater, so that we can relate to you the real story behind Watergate, and to remove any doubt that there may still be as to the president's innocence in this affair. So relax and enjoy yourself, and try to maintain an objective eye. Thank you.
A new administration, conceived in security and dedicated to the proposition that what you don't know won't hurt me. Now, hello, doggy. Yes, I know it's rough, old boy. It's rough for me, too. You think I like being stuck in this office all day, serving the nation? Oh, doggy, you have to be understanding. I can't just think of myself, or even of you. You see, I'm running for president again this year, so we have to play it cool.
Oh, Richard, dear, do you want...
Pat, you know I don't care how you address me when we're alone together. But during business hours, it's always Mr. President.
I do know, dear. I just forgot. Now, about the necklace.
Pat.
Shall we use the ones with your simple but elegant monogram? Or would you prefer the ones that spell out Mr. President in lace?
Pat, stop wasting my time. Don't you realize I could have Howard Hughes waiting on the other line?
I'm sorry, dear. I just want everything to be perfect.
Ziegler here.
Yes, Ziegler, what is it?
Spiro's on the phone.
Tell him to fuck off. You see what I mean? Not a moment of privacy.
Daddy, is troublemaker one word or two?
No homework today, Julie. No homework today.
This isn't my homework, Daddy. It's your speech for the party.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Tricia, and Ed.
We made up.
Well, that's very nice. You've made your daddy very happy.
Ziegler speaking.
You again, Ziegler. Now, what is it? What is it?
My office, sir. It's full of people.
Not now, Ziegler. I'm too busy.
What about Irvin and Goldwater? They've been waiting 3 hours.
They can continue to wait. The president does not play favorites.
I have to know about the Earth.
There you are, Richard Nixon. Now, you can't hide from me.
I'm not hiding from you, Martha.
Well, where is my John? I have not seen my John in days.
John is in conference, Martha.
In conference? That's all I ever hear is in conference.
Don't get hysterical, Martha.
Hysterical? Now, who's hysterical?
Mr. President, I'm so thrilled about the princess coming to the White House tomorrow night. I mean, it's so exciting.
Yes, we can all be very proud, Rosa.
I wonder, would you mind if I took an hour off to get my hair done? Oh, I feel like such a frump.
Rosemary, have you taped the vice presidential papers?
All done. Oh, and the new deed from San Clemente is just waiting for Tricia's signature.
What about those anonymous letters to Ralph Nader and Barbara Streisand?
Well, couldn't that wait until tomorrow?
Rosemary, the business of government does not stand still while Pat gives a party.
Richard, is that you?
Yes, it is I, Grandmother Mamie.
I'm so relieved. You see, I can't remember if today is the day that I make my speech to the daughters of Korea.
You made that speech 2 years ago, Grandmother Mamie.
Did I? Oh, I can't remember. If only the general were here.
Oh, Mr. President, it's me again.
Mr. President, where do you want this cream cheese swan?
Problems, as if I didn't have enough on my mind.
I must make one thing perfectly clear so that you won't misinterpret any of the facts. For safekeeping, the president kept his secret tapes of all his conversations in the stomach of his late and deceased stuffed dog, Checkers. Thank you again.
Hello, my president.
Hello, Checkers. Now, I don't want you to be mad at me. You know how caught up I get in affairs of state.
My president has many responsibilities.
Oh, yes, I know. The Middle East, the wage price spiral, blacks, whites, mulattoes, it goes on and on.
The nation is in good hands, my president.
And Congress? Have I handled that well?
You got them by the balls, my president.
And my re-election? Is that in the bag?
America loves their president, and Checkers loves him too.
Checkers, there's something I must tell you, and I hope you'll understand.
My president has many responsibilities.
Yes, I know all that. What I'm trying to tell you is that, well, times change, people grow older. The fact is, I've been very lonely.
The nation is in good hands, my president.
Then you don't mind that I've been seeing another dog?
You got them by the balls, my president.
Gosh, I'm glad to see you taking this so well, Checkers. You know, when Timahoe and I retire someday to San Clemente, I want you to come and live with us.
America loves their president, and Checkers loves him too.
The president's remark to Checkers about his concern for his new dog, Timahoe, reveals the warm human side of this great man. I must also state categorically that although in the course of this film you will see the president show great affection for his dog, Timahoe, it is a normal and healthy relationship, such as any American shares with his own private pet. Thank you again.
Ziegler here. Thank God you're back. There's a million people waiting to see you. But of course, I told them you were too busy. The president will see you now. Wait, one at a time! You know who I am.
Ziegler, I want to talk to you.
Now, Dick. Just because the Senate wants to make its annual inspection of the White House is no reason for you to scream Democrat plot.
No, I didn't say that, Goldie. What I said was that the Democrats are fishing for something to use against them. Now, there is a difference.
Mr. President, this inspection here is strictly a matter of routine. Senator Goldwater and I are here purely as a matter of courtesy.
But this is the point I would like to make. You see, my people are very sensitive. They don't like to feel that they're being spied upon.
Have they got something to hide?
You know, back where I came from, when the bacon's in the pan, you got a pig in the poke.
That's a very good point. But let me say this.
Remember who it was said back in 1953? Any American who won't give up a little privacy to gain a little security is a rotten citizen.
Of course, that was, No. Don't tell me. I know very well who it was, because it was, Alger Hiss.
Wrong. It was Richard M. Nixon.
I said that? I like it. It has a nice ring to it. The American who won't give up a little privacy to gain a little security is a rotten citizen. It's very clever. Only now I think I'd change the last part to a rotten asshole.
That's good. I'm glad you're seeing it our way.
While it is an infringement against the right of executive privilege to permit a senatorial inspection of the White House, our great leader did allow Senator Goldwater and Senator Irvine to do so.
The goose is in the lake.
The fern is in the meadow?
Meanwhile, Bibi Rabosa and the president's weak-minded press secretary, Ronald Ziegler, believing they were protecting the president's private life from a bunch of nosy senators, were making plans to kidnap Checkers, take him to the Watergate Hotel, and secrete Timahoe to Miami Beach.
Then, those senators, they can snoop all they want, but they won't find nothing.
This next scene absolutely documents and proves that the president was unaware of the chicanery that was taking place about him. And when he became aware of it, he launched a full investigation.
Sorry, sir, no admittance tonight.
Do you know who I am?
Yes, sir, but that's what they told me.
They? They who? Checkers.
Sir!
Checkers is missing. Who could have taken him?
You, Ziegler. Only you knew.
Surely you don't think that I would...
Richard, what's the matter? Why aren't you in bed?
Listen, Ziegler, I want Checkers back.
Oh, no, dear, no. Checkers passed away. You must forget about him.
It's impossible, sir.
Why is everybody walking around?
Why is it impossible? Where is Checkers?
Checkers? Did you say Checkers? Is Checkers back?
We're talking about the president's checker set. We were playing checkers earlier, and we mislaid the set.
Oh, no, dear, you don't play checkers. Checkers was your dog. He gets so confused.
Ziegler, if you don't tell me in 2 seconds where Checkers is, I'm gonna send you to Berkeley.
The segment that followed was unintelligible and inaudible. We were forced to delete it. Therefore, I would like to summarize what took place. Now, the only thing that the president told his staff was that he wanted his dog back. And that night, mysterious, sinister forces ordered burglars into the Watergate Hotel. And the burglars, being foreigners, were unable to read the instructions and broke into the wrong room. The rest is history. At the time that our next segment was recorded, this news had not yet reached the White House.
Any minute now, the senators will complete their inspection, and by 1:30, Checkers will be back in his room.
Checkers? Oh, that's very good, Ziegler. I think you're finally getting the hang of it.
There's just one thing, sir. I need you to sign this lunch voucher for the,
Burglars? I don't buy lunch for any burglars.
This statement happens to be true. In fact, the president once revealed to me that he hasn't picked up a check for anyone in 20 years.
I don't know how you do it, Dick. This is the cleanest administration in history. Even the White House is spotless.
Oh, well, of course, for that, we have to thank my wonderful wife, Pat. You know, no one really appreciates how much she does around the White House. She's responsible for all the little things, you know, the woman's touch, the rubber grapes, the cable car ashtrays. God knows what I would have done without her.
Mr. President.
What is it, Ziegler?
The goose is on the lake.
The goose is, Excuse me, Senator, some urgent business.
Quite all right, Mr. President. We brought our lunch.
Give it to me in code, Ziegler.
Omre, one, agre.
The code, Ziegler. Use the code. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't remember that code. I'll have to write it down.
White meat or dark meat, Senator? Surprise me, Barry. Oh, righty. Thank you.
I never figure these things out. Wrong room. No dog. Just demos. Just Democrats.
Any reply, sir?
Yes, have them report to me at once.
That's not possible, sir. They're in J-A-I-L.
J-A-I-L. Jail? Jail?
Well, Mr. President, we'll be getting back to the little old Senate. Glad to see things going so well. Win that election, boy.
Don't blame me. I didn't hire those bunglers. You gave the hiring job to Haldeman, Ehrlichman, and Mitchell.
Come on. Ah, you did it.
Ehrlichman, Haldeman, and Mitchell. Ehrlichman speaking. Yes. Yes, Chief. Right away, Chief. Haldeman, Mitchell, the Chief wants to see us right away.
Oh, boy, we haven't seen the Chief in 3 weeks. One look at you, Amos, and he ain't gonna see us again for 3 years.
Gentlemen, let's not keep the Chief waiting.
It was him. Now, what are the Democrats going to say when they find out that someone, one of our people, broke into their headquarters?
Kissinger's turning on to Pennsylvania Avenue.
I'll tell you what they're going to say. They're going to say, offside.
And that's a good point, Chief.
Good point.
Good point.
Now, I want somebody to go down to that hotel, go to the right room this time, and get checkers. Now, who's going to do that? Who's going to take the ball and run with it?
He's turning into the White House driveway.
What's he doing here?
I don't know. He's wearing evening clothes. Why is he wearing evening clothes?
Oh, it looks like he's dressed for some kind of party.
Party? Oh, my God. The party for the princess.
Party! The party! Yeah, well, we mustn't keep the princess waiting.
Now, let us not forget our immediate goal.
The party!
Checkers.
Right.
Oh, checkers.
Now, get out there and score that touchdown.
Right, Coach.
Oh, Princess, I can't tell you how thrilled I am to meet you.
Oh, Mommy, the cream cheese is just yummy, but the cracker's a little soggy. Patricia, dear, you're eating your napkin.
It's no use discussing it, Faisal. We already agreed. Egypt attacks Israel next year, not this year.
But, Henry, what can I tell my people? They want higher oil profits this year.
The doctor says no alcohol. But if you made it, Mamie, an angel could drink it.
Oh, General, such a lovely party. You know, it reminds me when the General and I used to give parties. Such lovely parties. You know,
You remind me very much of the General when he was young. General!
Can a man who gives a swinging party like this be all bad? Oh, and as for that accusation about our president not having any sense of humor, to that I say hogwash. And I am in the position to say hogwash. Once when I was alone with the president, he confided in me and confessed the two important reasons that he wanted to become the president. One was his burning desire to be the most powerful man on the face of the earth. And the other, and I really think that was the most important, was his endless ambition to host a party that he could do his impersonation of Groucho Marx.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You know, play the secret tape and divide $100,000 between you. But serially, folks. You know, a funny thing happened to me on my way to the White House this evening. A colored person stopped me and asked me for $1. He said he hadn't had a bite in a week, so I bit him. As you know, we're here to be entertained. We have a wonderful slate of fine entertainers for you. And the first of our entertainers is a truly spectacular and world-famous aerial artist, the great Armando. They're here. Oh. This is Armando. You scared the hell out of me. Armando, do your thing.
Meanwhile, 3 of the finest public servants the president had ever known were hard at work.
Checkers! Checkers! If I were at the party right now, you know what I'd say to the princess? Shh! Just look for checkers! 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 Dogs? What dogs? Oh, no, not dogs. Dog. One dog. Checkers. Wait. No, we can't find him anywhere.
You can't find the dog? You must have the wrong number. This is the White House.
Oh, this is the White House.
Big deal. I'll just pretend I never heard of him.
Checkers. 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 Checkers.
Armando! Wonderful. Armando, there's a little buffet set up for you in the kitchen. Thank you very much. Armando!
Hey, hold a minute. I think I found something. This wall is hollow. Yeah.
All right, get some lights. We need more lights. All right, tools? Not the whole toolbox. Spike! Spike!
Spike. Spike.
All right, Spike. Hammer? Hammer.
Hammer.
Hammer! All right, drill. 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 All right, torch.
Torch.
Torch. Torch. Doggy bone.
Doggy bone.
Doggy bone.
Checkers. Checkers.
Come on.
Checkers.
Here, boys. Not that kind of fire! The curtains are on fire! Get some water!
Our next guest needs no introduction, especially to me. You see, my daughter, Julie, as you may know, was recently in the hospital. And while there, she wrote a little poem and sent it to me at my office. And I thought that poem was so sweet and so lovely that I asked her to come up here on stage and read it to you tonight. Come on up here, honey. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, and I'm so proud to be here this evening to read you a poem that I wrote for my daddy. And it's entitled Mad Dog. I mean, Bad Dog. Bad Dog. When Checkers was just a little pup, I thought that he would never grow up. But now that's been many years ago, and now there's Timahoe.
Idiots! Oh, go look at our toolkit. That's where I keep my emergency gasoline.
When run and fetch we play, he grabs the stick and he runs away. When he climbs upon my knee, he always makes a little pee. Although the mailman, he likes to bite. Around burglars, he's very quiet. Sometimes I just get so mad, I don't know what to do. So I just...
There. What do you know? You're just a servant.
16 years, and that's the thanks I get. Honey, you're lucky you don't get hemorrhoids working for that asshole.
Don't you talk about my daddy like that.
While the nation borders on the brink of chaos, it is the mark of a great man who can maintain his poise and know where to place his highest priority.
Punt, for God's sake! Punt!
Oh! I'm not complaining. It's just that we never do anything together.
Look at that. He's down. Kick him in the head.
You're not listening to me, dear.
What did you say, Pat?
Don't you care for me at all?
Oh, you mean everything to me, Pat. Look at that black motherfucker run. Put your helmet on, Ford.
If it were another woman, I would know how to fight. But how can I compete with a dog?
Oh, nonsense, Pat. You're lovelier than any dog I know.
Oh, Martha and the others were wrong. You do care.
Oh, we're killing them.
Oh, Mr. President, please don't make me do this.
Rosemary, we need you at Camp David this weekend. We need you to transcribe the secret tape.
I want to help with the tapes. You know I'll do anything, but that thing there in the car, he frightens
Now,
me.
don't be foolish. Get in the car, Rosemary.
I can't. Oh, he's in here.
You see, Rosemary, there's nothing to be frightened of. Timahoe is a nice doggy. Kiss Andy, Rosemary.
No.
Give her a kiss.
Busy? No. Well, you know the president. Rush.
I know the black dog.
Don't yell at him. Don't do that. Good dog. He's a good dog.
The tape.
No, boy, no. That's under
the
subpoena.
The tape.
Timahoe! Oh, fucker, come here. Oh, shit. shit, fuck, my foot, fuck, I fell down. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is wrong. That's for sure. Oh, expletive fucking dog. You fuckers. Fuck you. Right in the caboose, you fucking shit. Rosemary, how can your president tell the American people that the tape was run over by a train?
If only you'd been more careful, Rosemary. This whole thing could have been avoided.
But it's not my fault. Oh, I told you I was afraid of that dog.
Rosemary, don't refer to Timahoe as that dog.
Oh, that is a rotten thing to do, Rosemary. Blaming it on a dumb dog.
I'm not blaming anyone. But it's not my fault.
It doesn't have to be your fault, Rosemary. You just have to say it is.
Oh, Mr. President, I've worked for you for 16 years, and I've always done everything I was told. But I have never been asked to lie before.
Rosemary, do you want the American people to think their president is a fool just because you didn't care enough to do your very best?
Oh, Mr. President, I don't know. I just don't know.
The goose is on the lake.
The moose is in the swamp.
Rosemary, you have to do this for her.
Well, did you or did you not erase the tape?
Which tape was that?
The subpoenaed tape, Miss Woods.
Subpoenaed tape. Yes. Oh, I work with so many tapes. It's really very difficult, you know, to keep them straight. But I'd say yes, I definitely erased that one. One that looked very much like it.
Were you in the room alone?
Oh, no, sir. No, sir. I was with my friend, Gladys Fruckman.
And what was Gladys Fruckman doing in Camp David?
Oh, she wasn't at Camp David. She was on the telephone telling me about her friend, Mabel Glutz, who was raped and mugged the other day right in front of Lindy's. And do you know that the people in that window just kept right on eating? I tell you, I think it's disgraceful what's happening today.
Miss Woods, what has this got to do with the tapes?
Nothing, Mr. Prosecutor. I'm just a concerned person.
Nothing. Nothing.
The family that prays together stays together.
You schmuck! Oh, Martha, how nice to see you.
Get away from me.
What are you doing here in Washington?
Washington? You giant-ass Quaker! Washington's very lovely in the spring. Now you have had it, fatso!
Oh, no. You know Richard eats like a bird.
I like birds. Birds? I'll give you a bird. My husband's a jailbird, and it's all your fault, you sack of dog shit! Dogs like Ike.
Mrs. Mitchell, I think it's very wrong of you to call my father those names in front of the tabernacle steps.
Listen, Dewlaps, when I get finished telling what I know about you and your dog doings, God's gonna vote Democrat. You hear? You hear? You hear this? You hear this? Get your hands on her! Get it on telephone! Get out of here! Get your hands on her!
And sometimes, even good and honest people find themselves beset by sinister forces, demons and devils that have come from the underworld to plague them. They become so possessed that they are unable to cope with their daily problems, much less confront the evil that surrounds them. Now, we all know that our law books say that possession is 9/10 of the law.
Reverend Graham, you scored a real touchdown with that sermon, especially that part about the demons and the devils. That made me think. You know, maybe that's why the forces of goodness are having such a rough quarter.
He, too, had his cross.
I never looked at it like that. But, you know, maybe this so-called Watergate affair, the tapes, the Senate, the Redskins, maybe it's all demons.
Perhaps you're being tested.
Tested, yes. But what for?
Perhaps a higher position.
Why didn't I think of that? But how can I fight this thing alone?
Well, there's not a lot that can be done, except one thing.
Well, Reverend Billy, shall we kick this thing off? I think Pat wants to open the Christmas presents soon. Do you have all the equipment?
Yes, all here.
Good. Say, do I have to be tied down like this? I'm getting a little chafed.
Oh, yes, of course. The exercisee is always tied down. It's absolutely imperative.
I won't be in any physical pain, will I?
Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Cross? Holy water?
Interesting.
Garlic? Steak?
I love steak.
And the good old American Bible.
How about that? The
Expectum Sanctum Moridabis. Expectum Sanctum Espoquilas. Expectum Sanctum Sobulosis. Expectum Comnosis. Comulosis, Coriatum, Populosus, Exoratum, Exantum, Proatum, Marta, Extractum, Inquictum, Dicico.
Fuck the country.
Extractum, Secretum, Fluidum, Devil Bob, Boobat.
Fuck the Congress, fuck the court.
Extractum, Vile Devils, from El Presidente.
My goodness. What's happening?
Harry Truman sucks cocks in hell.
Richard M. Nixon, you are accused of willfully violating the law, obstructing justice, and lying to the American people to further your own selfish desires. You are accused of high crimes and misdemeanors. You stand now before the Senate of the United States of America, impeached by the House of Representatives. How say you to these charges?
Not guilty, Your Honor. No question about
it. The court intends to lay bare the facts. I said, why did you destroy the tapes?
I didn't destroy them, Your Honor. They were run over by a train.
Was it a Lionel train?
You don't understand. None of you understand. I may have done terrible things, but it doesn't matter. I mean, they're not really terrible because I did them for my dog. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. It was a bunch of black nitpickers. I didn't do it.
Terry, dear. Terry, what's the matter?
It was a dream. You mean I'm not impeached?
Well, of course not, Daddy. What made you ever think of such a thing?
I don't know. It must have been those patty melt dick burgers.
Desperate And showing great strength of character, President Nixon turns to the only man he felt he could trust.
Gosh, General, I hate to bother you at a time like this. I know how busy you are, but I've got to tell you what's been going on. Because if I don't tell you, who's going to? You see, it all started when they moved Checkers over to the Watergate. And now everyone thinks I've been lying and cheating and stealing, and I don't know what else. Please, Ike, tell me what to do.
When the going gets tough, the tough get going.
My fellow Americans, as you know, thanks to the brilliant diplomacy of myself and Dr. Kissinger, we have put the so-called energy crisis behind us. So much for the good news. The bad news is that today we face a far graver crisis, a crisis of discipline. Our country is in danger. Elected officials are calling on other elected officials to resign. Therefore, in the interest of national security and in my capacity as Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, I have decided to take over and to suspend indefinitely the so-called Constitution. As you know, in my political career, I have often been ahead of my time. Now, I don't know what year this is for you, but for me, it's 1984.
If they think I'm going to spend another night in this house with that dog, they are sadly mistaken. I won't do it. Will I, Minnie? Oh, Pinky. Goodbye. Thank you. You've been so kind.
Oh, Mommy, what's going to become of us? Don't you worry, my children. The women of America will never forget us. Come. Come, Grandmother Mamie. You must go too.
What? Again? Who is it this time? Rockefeller?
Oh.
I'm giving a party tomorrow night, and you're the guest of honor. Yes. Never again will you have to sit in a kennel while another dog takes your place. Everybody's going to be there. My generals, my admirals, rich oil men, Henry Kissinger, you like Henry, yes. King Faisal, astronauts who've been on the moon and played golf on the moon and thrown garbage. Yes, on the moon, garbage. And to all of you who've stood by me in this time of trial, I can promise you plenty. Because if there's one thing you can say about Dick Nixon, it's that he knows how to return a favor. As you know, I've always tried to represent all the people. But in the words of that great American, Abraham Milhouse Lincoln, if you can't fool all of the people all of the time, fuck them. It's all right, wait a second. It's all right. Just never mind about that. But on a lighter note, as you know, I was born and raised in Whittier, California. Now, Whittier is a very small town. In fact, it's so small that the mayor is a Filipino.
Gentlemen, it now seems very clear.
Yes, we have a raving lunatic on our hands. It's a public disgrace.
It doesn't matter what the public thinks. Who knows what he may do next?
His own cabinet plotting behind his back. I was there as a double agent to take names for the president's future use.
We must act tonight.
Yes.
How?
Oh, am I glad to get out of that stinking hospital. Where's the booze?
Martha, we have a little job for you.
Oh, baby, I'm so glad to be out of that filthy place. I'll do anything.
Good, good. That is very good. We want you to destroy the president.
Oh, that turd. Let me at him. I'll kill him with my bare hands.
No, no, no. We must handle this rather delicately.
Well, anything you say. Now, you're the boss. How do you want me to do it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I've always believed that we have much to learn from the culture of the masses.
From the what?
The films.
Oh, the movies.
Yeah. The other evening on TV, I saw a very nostalgic old film about a little girl from Kansas who destroyed a witch. See.
Do not touch, save for witch's death scene. I have seen this movie.
Then you know what to do.
Yes, honey, but don't you think that's just a little bit too risky?
Now, Martha, let me explain something to you. No risk would be too great to do what we must have to do. Listen.
All right, repeat after me. Heil Nixon.
Heil Nixon.
Very good. Heil Nixon.
Very good. Heil Nixon.
Give me that bucket. I've got to stop that man.
Heil
Heil, asshole.
I'm melting. You've given me the shaft. All of you. And you, come on. Bad dog. Bad. Get out of here. How could you? But don't worry. They'll get rid of you, too. Because in America, everybody gets what he deserves.
The wicked dick is dead. The wicked dick is dead. I hold the stereo. The wicked dick is dead. The wicked dick is dead. The wicked dick is dead. I hold the stereo. The wicked dick is dead.
Now you know why they call me Tricky Dick.